Hello, everyone. It's Denise, and we are back at Vault 88 for our 900 subscriber special, part 9. And from here on out, I think I'm going to do onesies because they're going to be in different parts of the vault and they're going to have like different themes, so they won't really like match up together. The only other one I will do a double build, is for Kat and Tony, which they're a couple, so I'm working on that for them. So that will be the last double one. The rest are going to be individual ones unless I can find a way to connect them somehow. But today, this one is for Kevin, and he has a YouTube channel. I will put a link in the description to his channel. He has some great content on there, so you might want to go check out his channel. He does a lot of tutorials and repairs the old houses in the Commonwealth. So, yeah, he was like one of my very first subscribers who started chatting with me in the comments like way back in April. So, I kind of did up this area for him. It's kind of big, but he wanted a crazy farmer build. So I went kind of crazy and I did a lot of stuff here that doesn't make any sense. And these are kind of my favorite ones because you don't really have to think about, oh, what faction is this? Or does this go with that? Or did I put the right weapon on the wall? Or, I don't have to think about any of that. I just put anywhere, anything, anywhere, whatever I want. So there's really not a lot of thinking behind it. So yeah, I guess we will get right into it then. So I added a lot of the disco ball lights because I wanted a little bit of movement over here. Just going into the front part, this mannequin totem pole that I made, I really like. It looks pretty well supported. It's got the junk fences there, and then it's got the lights on their butts and heads to support them all the way up to the top. And that last guy at the top just, has got a boulder on his shoulder. Feeling kind of older. Oh, you guys. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. So, um, yeah, so Kevin the Crazy Farmer, he's crazy, but he's crazy in a good way. So he has a thing for life preservers. He thinks that the life preservers will make his crops grow better and last longer. So he's kind of got them thrown all over the place. And so there was a little hole in this wall, so I just built one of the metal pieces, the rounded ones, and just stuck it in there with some moot fruit. So this is one of his crazy plant areas. Really like that. And I'll save going inside of his house to the last. We'll just look on the outside first. Another life preserver. And he's got some Brahmin over here with something on their chin that looks like growing goiters. And here we have the mannequin butt turret. I like this. And then we have the Vault Boy head turret. And we're going to pretend like he's, putting up a different finger than that one, because it's like, hello, rat-a-tat-tat-tat, you're dead, enemy. And this one is, pretty much showing their butt to them, here's a little bit of moon before you die. And so, yeah, here's something. I don't know what this is. Yeah, looking at all this stuff, I'm just like, what is going on? What was I thinking? What are you doing down there, girl? What are you doing? She's just, waiting for someone to come up here to repair or make a weapon so she can mess with their ankles. And here we have a big ice cream cone, and yep, there's a guard station on top of it. Hey, it's supported. So the guy that runs it, well, it's not a guy, it's a robot. It's a floater, so he can float up there. He don't got no legs. I call them floaters. I know it sounds like you know, a turd in the toilet type of thing, but I don't want to call him Mr. Handies. I got to make up a different name. So, but the floater, he doesn't come down here to man the post. I thought he would, being as he was a robot, maybe he might act differently than a regular settler, but he doesn't. So, I tried to push him down here with the turret, but then I couldn't push him up into the guard station. So he wouldn't float up there. So yeah, Kevin's house is just that little part, and then it's one of these big trailer things. Um, I don't think I've ever used one of these before, so I thought, I will use one for Kevin. There's a random barn door put into the wall. Some backwards letters. I mean, there's so many details sometimes in these, I don't notice everything, so I know I'm a Captain Obvious sometimes, but, maybe it's something you might miss or I might miss if I don't say it out loud. I like this little rock here. It just it lets me show you some of the places that Kevin farms. On the roof, he has put some corn inside the bumper cars and the cars from Kitty Kingdom. So yeah, I mean, he's a crazy farmer, so he's gonna do stuff like that. And he has even made a little makeshift ladder. The people over at the library taught him how to make this ladder, so he said, yeah, just I'll just make one, and that way we can get on the roof to do the farm the plants. So hopefully that's at least one thing that makes sense in this settlement. Sometimes when I'm putting this stuff together, I don't even realize some of the symbolism behind it. I guess if you really thought about it, you could just make stuff up, but like a baby crib on top of an armor workbench with a dog bowl, and like maybe this dude was asleep and a death claw attacked him, and then this thing electrocuted the death claw, and this is all that's left. I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go along. So here we've got this crazy gnome who is like the king of the castle back here. He's on a sofa that's on a bunch of suitcases surrounded by plants. I don't know, it's Kevin the Crazy Farmer, so I'm just going to blame it on him. Here's another thing, which I just thought it made no sense, but, someone might take, being this might be sort of symbolism, like, maybe the world is going to burn or something, which it already has. It's, post-apocalyptic, or maybe this is just a symbolism of what has already happened. But there is a fire extinguisher here, so, if anything catches on fire, it's there. Plus, you've got this weird flamingo holding up all these candles. Why? I don't know. It's a candle-loving flamingo. We've got this glitched into that, glitched on top of that with Mr. Handy Fuel. I know Kevin likes that. I think I kind of got like obsessed with Mr. Handy Fuel, and then I think I kind of got SarDeliac hooked on it, and now Kevin really loves it too. But they're just so cute. I mean, Mr. Handy Fuel, I mean, what's not to love? It just looks so perfect. And so here we got a bathtub with bowling pins in there. I have no idea what is going on there. An ottoman on top of a cabinet. Oh look, biometric scanner fell down. Put you back up there. Coffee. 10 is not wanting to act right. So yeah, here's some just more stuff that's put together that doesn't make any sense, doesn't really go together. Stuff is just kind of put randomly wherever. Here we've got a chem station with a teddy bear running the show, I guess. It's got a board game, another life preserver on top of the water pump, the cigarette machine, scavenging station. More stuff that makes no sense. And I really like this, how I turned this into a planter. Really, really like it. It looks really pretty. And I guess you could use this for other stuff too. Like you could use it as a merchant stand or, I don't know, other stuff, other than just for an arcade, you know. But it worked out really well. I mean, there's some gaps on the side, but I just stuck some lampposts over there. You could always fill it up with like containers or something if that was something that bothered you. But this is Kevin the Crazy Farmer, so we don't have to fill in gaps. Magazine stand, a random snake. And here is the couch planter, which this was inspired by More to Me for Life. I think she did like a crazy chem dealer where he had like plants or planters on top of his beds. So I was just like, oh, well, I'll do something similar, but I'll put it on couches instead of beds. So that kind of gave the idea to, you know, since he's a crazy farmer, you know, kind of makes sense to, you know, maybe he just found these couches and shoved them together and said, this is going to be one section of the garden. There's some more teddy bears down here. Garden it. He's got a life preserver around a ghoul head. I guess they think he's going to try to preserve that guy. And as you can see, the life preservers are thrown over here around the plants. And yeah, I think he thinks that it's just going to help his plants grow and stay alive and flourish. Okay, so this is the back end here, and then he thought that this looked pretty boring over here, so he thought he would just, you know, cover it up with some cool stuff. Flamingos coming out of these turrets. More life preservers. Yeah, so let's go check out Kevin. I know I just kind of walked past him earlier. I did a live stream a couple weeks ago, and we put together this guy. I think it was Gary, Di, Mark, and Kat. And so we finally decided on Kevin's attire. We gave him like, what is this, like the biggest gun in the game? It's the shredding machine gun, or a minigun rather. And we put him in summer shorts, a chef hat, and fashionable glasses. So yeah, I think he looks pretty bad, and he's got some muscles there. And so yeah, I'm sure Kevin has a great sense of humor, so I'm sure he will definitely get a kick out of his character. Now, I did put him on an arena mat over here just to keep him down here in this area, so it's kind of merged into the ground there. It looks pretty good. You can't really tell. So he's pretty far away from the mat. I mean, he's just been kind of wandering around this area. I thought they were supposed to actually stand on the mat, but you know, maybe because this is the vault and he's really not supposed to be down here this far, he's kind of like trying to walk away, and the game is saying, no, you need to stay there. I don't know. But that's cool that he's kind of moving around a little bit and he's not being like a total statue. So here's Kevin's little abode, and you know, he's got a Christmas tree there up all year round because, you know, why not? A giddy up Buttercup trying to look out the window. Some extra life preservers, you know, because he has to have those. And so he's got some weapons here. And, you know, he's like, he doesn't care what kind of guns they are. He just, whatever he finds, he's gonna grab it. He's kind of a scavenger too, in addition to being a crazy farmer. And so he's just got a lot of stuff in here that doesn't make any sense. Kind of messy, you know. He's, I imagine since he's a crazy farmer, he might be a little bit messy too. He is a smoker, so he's got all his cigarettes back here and everything, and looks like he was eating on a big old deathclaw egg. And he's got to have Jangles the Moon Monkey, you know. That's his buddy right there. And of course he has to have moot fruit growing out of his bed. I mean, he's got some more over here. Oh, and I wanted to mention this potted plant glitched into the baskets. You can sink them down further to where it looks like the plants are actually in the basket as opposed to the fish. And I got that from Action Movies Gamer. He's also got some great videos and builds on his channel as well. And he's also in my featured channels list. So when I update that, there'll be new people in there. But for right now, he's going to be on there for a couple months. So you can always check him out there. But I'll leave a link like I always do. So yeah, that's his house. And so Kevin, I hope you like it. Everyone else, I hope you like it too. I really loved doing this. It was really funny and fun. I hope y'all got a kick out of it. So let me know what you think in the comments. And I've only got, I think, I think there's only about 5 or 6 more builds. And then we'll be done with our subscriber special. And I am still doing some builds over there on my husband's modded tag. I'm working on Fallon's department store, guys. You're going to love it. It's gorgeous. Anyways, I'm really excited about that. So anyways, I will talk to you all later and see you in the next one. Take care and thank you for watching. Bye.